For years, one question has divided the entire NFL world.
Rob Gronkowski and Travis Kelce, the two best tight ends in the NFL. Is there a case to be made that Travis Kelce is better than Rob Gronkowski?
I think Rob Gronkowski is a better receiver, honestly. I would have taken Rob Gronkowski at his height over Travis Kelce.
If I'm making a team, I'm taking Gronk.
The greatest tight end of all time is that guy right there, going into the end zone with no care for his body.
Rob Gronkowski has been better at his position than Tom Brady has been at his over the last 9 years.
But you see, not everyone agrees.
There are some little things that Travis Kelce does better than Rob Gronkowski.
He's an exceptional route runner. He's an exceptional pass catcher.
I don't think there is a better receiving tight end in the history of the National Football League than Travis Kelce.
I think that we just have to be honest with ourselves as Patriots fans and see that Travis Kelce, with the ball in his hands, is a more dynamic guy in the open field than Gronk.
And the debate has never been settled. Two players, same position, both considered the greatest of all time. But here's what nobody is actually talking about. These two were never playing the same game. Yes, you heard me. You know what? Most people argue about the wrong thing entirely. But by the end of this video, you will see exactly why. Let's start with Rob Gronkowski. Gronk came into the NFL in 2010 out of the University of Arizona. And from the moment he stepped on the field, it was obvious the league wasn't ready for him. He was 6'6", 265 pounds, with the route running ability of a wide receiver and the blocking ability of an offensive lineman. Now think about that combination for a second. There has never been a tight end built like that and who could also do what he did as a receiver. In his first full season as a starter in 2011, he caught 90 passes for 1,327 yards and 17 receiving touchdowns. 17! That's the most touchdown receptions in a single season by a tight end in NFL history, a record that still stands today. But here's the thing about Gronk that the stats don't fully capture. He blocked on 47% of his career offensive snaps, almost half of his snaps. That means nearly every running play the Patriots ran, Gronk was in there doing the dirty work that receivers never do. Defensive coordinators didn't just have to prepare for him as a receiver, they had to account for him everywhere, every formation and every snap, because he was a threat to destroy you whether the ball came his way or not. That's what made him unguardable at his peak. You couldn't find a linebacker on him, he'd catch touchdowns all day. You couldn't put a safety on him, he'd run through them. And you definitely couldn't double him every play because the Patriots would just run the ball at wherever you pulled that extra defender from. At his peak, and I want you to really hear this, Gronk was the most physically dominant player at his position that the NFL had ever seen. Not just as a tight end, but at any position. There were stretches where he was genuinely unblockable, uncoverable, and unstoppable at the same time. And he did it while winning 4 Super Bowls, 5 Pro Bowls, 4 All-Pro selections, and he retired with 621 catches, 9,286 yards, and 92 receiving touchdowns. Now let's talk about Travis Kelce. Kelce came into the NFL in 2013 out of the University of Cincinnati, and unlike Gronkowski, his path wasn't immediate. He missed his entire rookie season with a knee injury. He was barely used in his second year, and there were real questions early on about whether he was going to develop into anything significant. But then something clicked, and once it did, the NFL had a completely different kind of problem on its hands. Because Kelce wasn't built like Gronk, he wasn't even going to overpower you. He wasn't going to run through safeties. What Kelce did was think faster than everyone else on the field. His entire game was built on reading defenses before the snap, finding the exact soft spots in whatever coverage you were running, and getting there before you could adjust every single play. And the numbers that came from that are staggering. 7 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons from 2016 to 2022. He is the only tight end in NFL history to achieve these feats. Kelce also had the most postseason receptions of all time, with 165 more than any player in the NFL history, and 1,903 postseason receiving yards. A passer rating of 113 when targeted, meaning that Patrick Mahomes is literally more efficient when he throws to Kelce than almost any other situation in football. But here's the stats that tells you everything. Kelce leads all tight ends in postseason receptions with 165 and holds the record for most Super Bowls reception of all time with 35. Not just active players, all time, ever. When the game matters most, Travis Kelce shows up. And I think this is part of the debate that most people skip over too fast, because everybody talks about regular season stats, but Kelce has played in more big games than almost any player in NFL history, and in almost every single one of them, he delivered. 3 Super Bowl rings, multiple AFC championship games, and a connection with Patrick Mahomes that might be the most dangerous quarterback to tight end combination the sport has ever seen. Mahomes himself said it. If he sees Kelce in man coverage, he is throwing it to him every time without hesitation. That is not a system player, that is a weapon. So here is where I'm going to say something that might make some of you uncomfortable. Comparing Gronk and Kelce directly is like comparing a hammer to a scalpel. They are both elite tools. They are both the best at what they do, but they were built for completely different purposes. Gronk was a complete tight end, the last true complete tight end the NFL has ever seen at that level. He blocked like a lineman and caught touchdowns like a receiver, and he did both at an all-pro level simultaneously. Teams had to redesign their entire defense around stopping him, but Kelce is something different. He is essentially a slot receiver in a tight end's body. His blocking numbers are good, but it's not his game. His game is his brain, his route running, his ability to find space that shouldn't exist and get there before anyone else realizes it's open. One dominated with his body, the other dominates with his mind. And the reason these debates never get settled is because people keep trying to put them on the same scale. Well, you can't. And do you want to know what the most interesting thing is? Even Gronk himself figured it out.
It's really like not a comparison. I mean, you can compare us, but we're two totally different players, to tell you the truth. It all depends on what type of scheme you're in as well.
Yeah.
You know, like what they ask him to do with the Kansas City Chiefs, I could not replicate what he's doing with the Chiefs. If you ask him to do what I was doing with the New England Patriots, I don't think he could replicate. He could do it. Like I could do what he's doing, but I wouldn't have been able to replicate what he's doing with the Chiefs at that level.
Yeah.
And they know how to use his skill set. We have two totally different skill sets by far. Like he's savvy at top of the route. I'm going to run and I'm just going to go to the corner and I'm going to outrun the guy. I'm going to use my body. I'm going to be physical and Tom just throw the ball up. And if the guy's on me, I'm bigger than him. I'm going to use my body, box him out and just go up and catch the freaking ball. All right.
Nice.
Just throw me the ball. This guy has like 8 moves. He's like a wide receiver out there. So
They are 2 Hall of Famers, same position, but they are completely different players. And both of them, in their own way, changed what a tight end could be in this league forever. Before Gronk, teams didn't build offenses around tight ends. He made them. And before Kelce, tight ends weren't used as primary weapon in a passing offense the way he is. He changed that. The position looks different today because of both of them. So who's better? Honestly, that is still the wrong question. The right question is, what did each of them change? What did each of them prove? And what did the NFL look like before and after they played? And when you answer those questions, you realize the debate was never really about who is greater. It was about 2 players who came along at the same time and each showed the world a completely different version of what greatness at their position could look like. Gronk showed you what happens when a player is so physically dominant that the rules of the game bend around him. Kelce showed you what happens when a player is so mentally ahead of everyone else that no defense can ever fully prepare for them. 2 different games, both of them won. And if you want my personal take, I'll leave you with this. If I'm building a team and I need one play to save a Super Bowl, I'm calling Gronk's number and telling him to go get open. But if I need someone to be the heartbeat of my offense for the next 10 years, I'm calling Kelce. That is not a knock on either of them. That is the highest compliment I can give both. Drop a comment below, Gronk or Kelce, and tell me why.